Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to try and get a bunch of videos done. I know I said that the last time and I got one. So let's see if I can do better this week. So we're still trying to catch up on sponsored requests from Patreon. And then of course if you're watching this, you obviously know that I haven't put up hardly any videos in the past 2 months, almost 3 now. Work has been really busy and it's really quite annoying actually. So once I get through the sponsored requests, I'm going to try and start catching up. We've got a lot to catch up on from mid-January all the way through now. So fingers crossed. But this one is for a new group, or at least they were new when this song came out. It's KiiiKiii. New group from Starship, baby sister group to IVE. The first song, this was a pre-release called I Do Me. They've since had a song called Debut, and then as of, I think this past week, they had a song called Been That Girl, or BTG. So I'm going to be getting to those two as well. It's just going to take me a little while to do it. But for now, this request comes to us. Thank you. Shout out to Bad Cowboy, aka CB. Appreciate you, my friend. So let's get into this one, and yeah, let's see what KiiiKiii's got, because they did those first two songs. This one and Debut came out, and then I think it was March 24th. Their actual album dropped, and so I need to find out if I'm gonna buy it or not. How old is she?
I could go somewhere, maybe anywhere.
Nice synth bass here. Nice vocal tones.
That's my living ring. 내 걱정 나답게 더 빛나줘.
One or two of them look really young. Like this. Not feeling it. Adorable. Like that little head voice there, little falsetto. Anybody else remember that? I'll come back to it. Alright. She's got the big sword. Their voices complement each other really well. Such a cute, like, carefree type of thing going on here. cute. Hold up. Okay. So the girls' names are Sui, uh, Hallam, Jiu, Lisol, and Kia, or Kaya. Kia. I'm not actually sure if these are pronounced like I would think they're pronounced in like how you would pronounce Korean, but like Kaya or Kaya. If you were pronouncing that as you would in Korean, that would just be Kya. So I don't know. Anyway, the point is, I wanted to see who the members were since I have no idea. Normally, I would at least look up the members and be like, oh, okay, cool. Like, this is who we got. With a group like this, I probably would have looked at their ages. But overall, yeah, I enjoyed this song. Had a nice bounce, nice groove to it. And the girls looked like they're, having a good time with the video. I mean, obviously that's their job. They're supposed to look like they're having a good time, but I think they're genuinely having a good time here. And like I said earlier, their voices really complement each other really well here. So let's go back and we'll watch it again. We'll see what kind of things we've got here from the lyrics and the imagery. I'm not sure where this is filmed. Does it actually say somewhere on here? I don't see it. Is it in maybe further along? No. No, okay. Because at first I thought they were like in Scotland or something, like with the cows or whatever that were roaming around, but this makes it look, the mountains make it look completely different. I don't know where it is. Okay, let's go back. Oh, and real quick, obviously the message is just doing things their way. And this one was a pretty easy one to get the message from. You see, like, I thought we were on the Highlands here. Feed the baby
I
cow.
could go somewhere, maybe anywhere. 내 지갑은 늘 맞으니까 just feel it.
Okay, so a couple of things here. Like, because we already know what the song is about. Song is about, again, finding your own way, doing things your own way, and kind of having that almost sense of freedom. And the only reason I bring that up again now is because there are different images that we're getting here that kind of evoke that type of feeling within you. So, like, these wide open spaces, and even to a certain extent, like this almost nostalgic feeling that you get with this scene, and the lumber and stuff, like they're gonna build their own future. They're putting together the puzzle, so you could take that as they're figuring things out and putting together their future here. But this shot right here is just gorgeous. Again, I have no idea where this is filmed, but horses in general usually, especially when they're out in open scenery, usually evoke the emotion of liberation and this feeling of freedom and being carefree and wild and free, really, is a better way of saying that. So we've got that kind of shot, and just this, wherever this is gorgeous. I would love to visit this spot. Like, you've got the mountains on both sides. Is this even a real thing? Is this AI? I'd be really upset if I was gushing over this scenery and it was like, ha, got him. But anyway, then you've got her in the bed of a truck and they're just kind of driving along, but it's padded. It's got pillows and blankets, so this is kind of like a, camping out under the stars, driving, whatever type of thing. This isn't just like she's riding along, going someplace specific. And the lyrics actually kind of echo that, I could go somewhere, I could go anywhere. My intuition never fails me. That's another way of just saying, like, she can just trust herself, and it'll take her where she needs to go. This scene here, it's almost like the closest thing that we're gonna see to them being caged up. And it's obvious, like, it's not even a cage. Like, they can see through it. They can look over it. They could probably hop this fence if they wanted to. Like, this isn't actually an obstacle. But then we also get this shot here with the treehouse, and that's another, like, nostalgic thing. Like, I never had a treehouse growing up. I lived in an apartment my whole life. But a good few people, especially in America, I don't know about in Korea, but we have a lot of homes that had tree houses, and it's a very nostalgic feeling, this time when things were simpler and you could, like, hide away from the world up here, but it was also a carefree kind of thing. So I'm not really sure what, like, I got the image of the butterfly on her fingertip. I get that. And butterflies are also symbols of freedom and of metamorphosis. You know, the caterpillar goes into the cocoon, it comes out a beautiful butterfly, and now all of a sudden it's no longer constrained to the land or the plants that it was on. It can fly away and do what it wants. Okay, we get it. But I don't get this line. That's my living ring. I could maybe come up with something if I sit here long enough, but we don't have that kind of time. So if you have an idea of what specifically this line is talking about, let me know. Also feeding a little baby cow. Gotta love it. But I'm a shine like I was meant to shine. Again, going back to that, you know, trusting herself. I'm gonna do it my own way, and not needing to conform to what other people say or do, because if I trust myself, I'm gonna be where I want to be. Now we're on the horse. It's like the Old Spice commercial, but like, look at your man, now look at me, now look at your man, I'm on a horse. So coming into this chorus, so I do me right. That's what it's just I do me, I do my way. Okay. Again, obviously that is the whole message. And then other pictures turn upside down. I'm not sure if this is talking about maybe they do things in a way that others would consider to be backwards or incorrect, or if they're saying how we view things compared to how we view ourselves and what we want to do. Everything else looks like it's the wrong way. I tend to think it's more that explanation. Yeah, other people's eyes. Yeah, okay. So maybe it actually was the first way then, because that line there is like, you know, other people's eyes, why do you care? Talking about like, we don't need to care about what you think, but like, you're watching us, and if you have a negative opinion, like, why do you even care? I'm just doing what I want, so I'm just gonna run however I want. Put on my wings. Yeah. Because like the butterfly or like the ladybug, I'm not really sure why what the still pinky thing meant, but you know, putting on your wings, they're not just gonna run, although we saw them on the horse and, you know, have that wild carefree attitude, but they also gonna put on their wings. They can fly wherever they want to go. So this part of the second verse here, need to do this, need to go there. Those lines are in quotes because it's like someone else is telling them, like, this is what you should do, this is where you should go, this is how you should be, and they're like, I don't care. And her facial expression, I don't know which girl this is, but she nailed the expression for those lines there. Just I like I can't be bothered to care about why you're saying that, but I'm not gonna listen to you. Yeah, don't care one bit. I'll end up being me. That was a weird bend on the word piercing. Like, it's like they kind of forced that one in. Like, that's my piercing. They turned piercing into a almost 4-syllable word here. I'm screaming, yeah, so right here, she even says, like, I'm better when I'm doing it my way. So, like, it's not even just that I don't want to do it your way. It's that I trust myself, I do what I want, and honestly, I get a better result that way. So the sound that only I can hear is almost like them saying, like, this siren call of their future selves or the success that they want. Whatever it is that they are hearing, it's something that only they can hear. So if they're the only ones that can hear what's calling to them, then obviously they're the only ones who can justify the actions and the path that they're taking to get to it. This is what I started to talk about the first time, though. Like, who remembers this? Like, being on a trampoline young enough and not stiff to the point where you could actually flip like this, you know, not hurt yourself, not throw your back out, not you know, crash through the trampoline. There's our running horses. This is another spot right here where we're getting like that carefree attitude. Like, things are simple. It's a good carefree life. You've got this grassy field, and she is laughing, she's smiling, she doesn't have a care in the world, and then she just falls over into the grass. And like, you could make this same scene with snow and them making snow angels, but obviously this is a song put out in spring, and I feel like that's also important too, because they're making the song in spring, and it's, you know, spring is like this time of new beginnings. This is a weird way of saying that they fly, or they go where they want. Like, I run in the air. No, I mean, you could still call it running in the air, but they already talked about, like, getting their wings. So, yeah, I'm just going to pretend that that means they're going to fly. This is also a really cool shot that I would take as a thumbnail, but I would like to get a full group shot. Okay, so on this little bridge here, sleepless night, I look up at the moonlight, so maybe they're feeling restless, whatever. And then they start thinking, like, maybe I'm the odd star out, like, because everybody else has this way of doing things. They have this way to think, this way to be, these things that they do, but they are doing things a different way. They're setting their own path, so maybe they're the black sheep. Maybe they're the odd one out. That's just good life advice. If you have a dream and you ever start to doubt it, just keep it in your soul. Remember what you're chasing. But that's exactly what they're talking about here. You know, like, whenever I doubt my dreams, just, you know, remember why I'm doing this and keep it in my heart, in my soul. I thought I saw some engraving on that sword. So my fearless face, obviously not being afraid of what's coming. No need to chase, I feel like, is them saying, like, we don't need to chase someone else's ideal. We just need to be ourselves. you could take that as like there's no need to chase the success that we want because we'll get there on our own eventually. But I think it's more the first explanation.
Call center whispering. I do me, I do it my way. I do me, I do me right. 그냥 I do me, I do my way. 다른 그림들은 upside down. 결국 내가 가는 길이야. 나는 cheese, white chicken, just 달릴 거야.
I like that girl's voice.
핑계 눈빛 날개를 들고. I run in the air.
You can tell they're a new group because they're not very in sync with their dance. But that's okay. They're just supposed to be having fun here. This isn't... Maybe they're not even supposed to be a group who necessarily has to be in sync. Little rainbow back there. Lots of symbolism going on here with the scenery. Just everybody brushing each other's hair. Thank you, chat. Alright, guys. That was KiiiKiii with I Do Me. Really nice lead-off song here for this group. I will definitely be interested to hear the other two songs that I already mentioned that came out. But CB, thank you again for this sponsored request. I appreciate you, my friend. Shout out to the Patrons. They'll be right up here. Thank you guys so much for your support. We actually do have a Patreon who's not on this graphic. But I don't have them listed there because they haven't responded on how they would like me to address them. But thank you as well. I do see you, so just in case you end up seeing this video. But yeah, if you want to check out the Patreon, there's a link in the description below. Patrons get access to guaranteed prioritized requests sent to the top of the request queue every month. Which, by the way, I am going to shut down requests other than sponsored requests probably when the channel hits the 2-year mark. Because right now I'm not making any progress, and it's kind of unfair to make people think that I will until I do. But sponsored requests will always still be available. Patrons also have access to things that I can't put here on YouTube, like blocked videos or survival shows that I want to get to, and concert experiences, that kind of stuff. If you want to sponsor a request but you don't want to go through Patreon, then there's a link to PayPal that's in the description below as well. And of course, if you have a request in already, you want to see where you're at on the list, or until I do close it, if you want to make one, the link to that is in the description. Feel free to check any and all of that out. Thank you guys for being here. I'll catch you for the next one. Take care, everybody.